The Vikings just released their unofficial depth chart for every single position. Plus, we'll be doing 3 rounds of ranking 5 NFL players without knowing who comes next. We're going to be doing quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers. Because I've seen a lot of videos and I wanted to try it. This is the Vikings. What's up, guys? I'm your host, John Kramer, and this is the Vikings.
There with this player the Vikings are selecting.
You so badly want to give me that.
Don't spoil
With the 32nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Lewis Steen.
Alright, let's get into this. So, yeah, I ran through a little bit of this earlier, and there are literally no surprises. Just to let you know, you're not going to see B.C. Johnson starting ahead of Dalvin Cook for quarterback. Yes, I just said that. Alright, so Vikings released first unofficial depth chart for the 2022 season. Starting, Peter Gage, so number 1 quarterback, obviously the starter is going to be Kirk Cousins. There's no doubt about that. You're not going to see Sean Mannion starting, throwing to freaking KJ Osborne as our number 1 target in the first game. Running backs, Dalvin Cook. Oh, I should have prefaced this. The Vikings offense is listed in 21 personnel, meaning with 2 running backs, a running back, and a fullback, and a tight end. That leaves 2 spots for a receiver along with the quarterback and the offensive line. The Vikings defense is listed in a 3-4 base defense after decades of having a 4-3 defense. There are 2 defensive ends, a nose tackle, 2 outside linebackers, 2 inside linebackers, and then 2 cornerbacks and 2 safeties. So, to start off, got quarterback Kirk Cousins, running back Dalvin Cook, with the backups being Alexander Madison, Kene Nwangwu, Ty Chandler, and Bryant Koback. Fullbacks, CJ Hammond, Jake Vargas. We have 2 fullbacks. Some NFL teams don't even have 1 fullback. I know from playing Madden 16, the Jaguars didn't have a fullback in Madden 16. I signed the Packers fullback the following offseason because I didn't want Mercedes Lewis starting at running fullback. Wide receivers, Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. Why do they not have Justin Jefferson first? Why did they not mention him first? Like, they have KJ Osborne as the number 3 target. Obviously, he's a number 3 guy. And then Amir Smith-Marset. Justin Jefferson is the number 1 receiver. Adam Thielen is number 2. I don't know why they'd have it like that. Then backups, KJ Osborne and Amir Smith-Marset, along with B.C. Johnson and Myron Mitchell, Tristan Jackson or Jalen Naylor and Jen Chizena. Albert Wilson, and then Thomas Hennigan and Blake Prohl, who is on the active PUP list from playing Madden. That I think that stands for power up pass, but I know it doesn't stand like for that. Tight ends, Johnny Munt starting, Irv Smith as our not starter because he's injured and there's no way he's gonna be back for the week 1. I will be shocked if he is back by week 1. He's just too injury prone. But anyway, Irv Smith Jr. is a starter, followed by Johnny Munt, Ben Ellefson, Zach Davidson, Nick Muse, and whatever his name is, Byers. Why does that music keep stopping? Tackles, Christian Darrison, Brian O'Neill. Backups, Blake Brandel, Oli Udo, Vidarian Lowe, and Timon Paris. Interior offensive lineman, Ezra Cleveland, Garrett Bradbury, and Jesse Davis, followed by Chris Reed, Austin Schlottman. You cannot tell me that does not sound like a dirty name. And Ed Ingram, and also Kyle Hinton, Josh Sokol, and Wyatt Davis. Ross Cousins and the first team skill players have not changed from week 1 of the 2021 season. Darrisaw was not listed with the ones at this point a year ago, but he cemented himself in the starting left tackle role. He actually was decent last year. He was not great. He wasn't super good. He was okay for a rookie. I actually remember it was my mom and I were driving back from our Nike Cross Regionals cross country meet, and it was the same day that the Vikings were facing the Chargers. And on the radio, I completely forgot that we drafted Christian Darrisaw, because I think I was remembering how I was hoping we would get Elijah Vera Tucker because he was the top rated. He was one of the top rated linebackers, offensive linemen in that draft class. And then I realized I completely forgot about Christian Darrisaw, and I wonder how good he was. I didn't think he was that good. I just didn't hear anything from him. And I realized he actually was doing pretty good. Cleveland and O'Neal played every offensive snap last season at their respective positions. Right guard is potentially the only new starter, with the veteran newcomer Jesse Davis currently ahead of Ingram, a second-round pick this spring. Irv Smith Jr. is hoping to return by week 1 of the regular season. He's not going to. I will be surprised if he does. Defensive ends, Dalvin Tomlinson and Armon Watts. Backups, Jonathan Bullard and James Lynch, followed by Jalen Twyman and Asezi Atomehu. I don't know how to... I was going to make a video reviewing every single player that the Vikings drafted, but I never posted because I just didn't feel like finishing it. And I saw his name is pronounced Asezi Atomehu, but I watch a lot of Purple for the Win, and he always says Otomehu. So, whatever. Asezi Oto. And then Julian Taylor. Nose tackles. Why does it say tackles as if there's more than one? Harrison Phillips, followed by T.J. Smith, T.Y. McGill Jr., and Tyrese Stevenson. Come on, get with the game, Tyrese. It's your initials, not your name. T.J., T.Y., and Tyrese. Wow. Outside linebackers, Danielle Hunter and Harrison Zadarius Smith. I was so confused when I was looking at this at first, not seeing not seeing Danielle Hunter in the defensive lineman, and then I realized that's where he was. And then Pat Jones II and DJ Wanham, followed by Luigi Villan and Janarius Robinson, and then Andre Mincy and Zach McLeod. Lastly, we got the inside linebackers, starters, Eric Kendricks and Jordan Hicks, no shock. And then Troy Dye and Brian Asamoah II, Chaz Surratt and Blake Lynch. And then Ryan Connolly on active PUP list, and William Quinku. Cornerbacks, Patrick Peterson and Cameron. I cannot speak ever since I yawned. Patrick Peterson and Cameron Dantzler. I realize I'm not looking at the camera at all, which I should be by now because I work at Chick-fil-A and I've just gotten used to eye contact. Backups, Shandon Sullivan and Andrew Booth Jr., followed by Chris Boyd and a Caleb Evans. That's such a weird name. Not Caleb Evans, it's a Caleb Evans. Then Perry Nickerson and Harrison Hand, and then Nate Harrison and Ty Smith. Safeties, Harrison Smith and Cameron Bynum. Backups, Lewis Seen and Josh Metellus, and then Miles Dorn and Mike Brown. Roster notes: in contrast to the continuity on offense, the defense has undergone a significant overhaul in scheme and personnel. Minnesota is pivoting to a 3-4 base under new defensive coordinator Ed Donatel. The Vikings have 5 players who started the 2021 season opener, listed among the 11 first-teamers on defense. Tomlinson, Hunter, Kendricks, Peterson, and Harrison Smith. The Vikings have strengthened their defensive core with the additions of Phillips and Hicks among the front 7 and bolstered their pass rush with the signing of Zadarius Smith. Bynum and Dantzler have turned in some nice moments at training camp while working ahead of Minnesota's first 2 picks of 2022, Lewis Seen and Andrew Booth Jr. Alright. Well, as I said, there are no surprises in that, so let's head to the ranking 5 NFL players. Alright, I got it set up. I got the wheel of NFL teams, and then I also got a tier list ranked 1 through 5. Let's do it. I spent it earlier just because I wanted to see how it worked, even though I know I should know how it works. On Panthers, that doesn't count. So let's start here. Who are we gonna get? The Redskins. I like how they have that name there. Okay, the Redskins. Carson Wentz. That's not a good. Wow. Oh, he's gonna be way back in there, isn't he? That's what she said. Carson Wentz. Here he is. We can definitely get guys worse than him, but there are so many guys better than him. I'm gonna put him in. I'll put him in 4. I remember last season, early on in the season, he was actually looking pretty good, like potentially top 20, top 15 quarterback. Then he just fell off towards the end. Let's go on. Who are we gonna get next? We will get the Colts. Matty Ice Ryan. Matt Ryan is better than Ryan Tannehill, but not much better. He's pretty average today. I don't know how he and Ryan Tannehill got ranked higher than Kirk Cousins in Phil Simms' top 40. How? They're not better than Kirk Cousins. They're both above average quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, can be great. I know a lot of people will be like, Kirk is not that good. Yeah, the next man out got 34 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Oh yeah, Justin Jefferson. Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers has Devontae Adams. So what's your point? And also Joe Burrow. He has Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, C.J. Uzoma. Why? I just put random words in people's mouths that they probably didn't need. Let's go on. Gosh, I need some really good guys. Jared Goff. I don't know if I can say he's better than either of these guys. Ugh. Seeing how it's gone, we've gotten 3 straight kind of bad plays in a row. I don't know if I want to put him at 5. Do I want to put him at 5 or do I want to put him at 2? Honestly, I cannot say he's better than either of these guys, but at the same time, if I continue to get average guys, I might want to put him at number 2. So I'm gonna put him at number 2 because of that, banking on the fact that we'll get an even worse guy somehow. Chiefs, not. They spelled Chiefs wrong. Anyways, Patrick Mahomes. That's a good quarterback, finally. A really good quarterback. That. Scroll up. He's obviously number 1. I think he's the second best quarterback in the league, just behind Aaron Rodgers, but he's the number 1 here, obviously. Now I need a horrible player, and now, based on how it's going, we're going to get Deshaun Watson. Deshaun freaking Watson. I mean, he's not playing for a little while, so I guess it makes a little bit of sense. There he is. Deshaun Watson is our number 5 guy. And based on, you could say that because he's not going to play for the first 6 weeks. But, goodness, this is a horrible tier list. Realistically, I'm saying Patrick Mahomes number 1, Deshaun Watson number 2, and then, really, I'm just going to, I just swap Deshaun Watson with Jared Goff. Really. Because I think Jared Goff is the worst quarterback out of all these guys. I think Carson Wentz might be a tad bit better. Matt Ryan is better than Carson Wentz also. And then Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes are just way better. Let's move on to the running backs. Alright, finally I got a tier list for running backs. That took me way too long to do. Let's spin a wheel. Also, by the way, the tier list I found for the running backs is everyone and more. The Jets, who is going to be Brees Hall. I don't even know what he looks like. Let's just try to find a Jets guy. Okay, I'm assuming this is Brees Hall. I have no, wait. Brees Hall photos. Yep, that's Brees Hall. Alright, Brees Hall. I'm just assuming he's going to be the number one guy. Brees Hall, we can't really start any worse than this. I'm putting him at 5. There are just way too many better players that there could be. Up next, we got the Steelers. Najee Harris. Not a bad one to come back to. Not bad at all. Najee Harris. Where's Najee Harris? Dang, they got both the Broncos starters. Gosh, where's Javonte? Is Javonte not on here? Where the heck is Javonte? Where is Javonte? Where is Javonte? I swear. Oh my gosh, I'm blind. I passed him. Najee Harris. There are a lot of better guys I can get, but do I want to put him at 3 or 2? Three or 2? Do I want to put him at 3 or 2? Realistically, I'd want to put him at 3 because there are so many better guys that we can get. But at the same time, I feel like he is a really good player, and there's only gonna be 3 other slots. And how much better are the players gonna be than him? I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go 3. Next, please be an amazing player. Beat the Rams. Okay, the Rams. Do we do Cam Akers or Sony Michel? Wait, do they even have Cam Akers on here? He's our starter, not Sony Michel. I only want to put on Sony Michel if I actually have to. Cam Akers, they have him here. Okay, Cam Akers, not a good guy to come back to. And he's definitely not better than Najee. I'll put him at 4. Please give me an amazing player. Give me Dalvin Cook. Give me Derrick Henry. Give me Jonathan Taylor. Give me Damian Harris. Not bad. Damian Harris, pretty good. Would I say he's better than Najee? No, I wouldn't say that. But he's a decent guy to come to. Damian Harris. Put him at number 2. Not a bad tier list so far. Give me an amazing player, though. Give me literally an amazing player. 49ers. Elijah Mitchell? I mean, he might be better, but gosh, this is an awful list. Elijah Mitchell. In case you're wondering why I'm not on the computer, it's because my computer is slow as heck and I have to do it on my phone. Alright, where is Elijah Mitchell? Elijah Mitchell. Honestly, this is pretty accurate. I'd say Najee, I'd say, is probably the best player out of everyone here. I'd say Najee, Eli Mitchell, Damian Harris, Cam Akers, then Brees Hall. But gosh, okay, I'm gonna do this list over again. This was awful. There's no way I'm gonna leave it at that. There's no way. Okay, will the music just continue to play? Gosh. Alright. Who do we do next? Who do we restart this on? Nick Chubb. Wow, Nicholas Chubberston. Where is he? Nick Chubb. You really cannot get better than that. I don't think we're going to pull Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor. I'd say those are probably the 2 guys that are better than him. So let's go. Dolphins, Raheem Mostert. He's a decent player. Not fantastic, but I'll put him at I'll I'll put him at 3. We can definitely get a lot of players that are worse than him. A lot of players that are better, but also a lot of players that are worse. The Vikings, the Titans. I was just saying that I didn't think we pulled Derrick Henry. Wow. And now Derrick Henry comes up. What poetic justice is that? Derrick Henry, number 2. I already wouldn't say that. I'd say Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is not better than Derrick Henry. But let's see who we pull next. Breece Hall again. Oh, the Jaguars. Okay, James Robinson. That's not awful. James Robinson below them. Wouldn't say I agree with it, but it's not too bad. Now give me a horrible player. Zach Moss. I've never watched him, but well, whatever. We've done 2. Let's be done with that. Now let's go on to the wide receivers. All right, let's get started with the wide receivers, and this will finish off the video. Who do we get started? DK Metcalf to open it up. DK Metcalf, I'm gonna put at number 2. Do I want to put him at number 2 or number 3? I'm putting him at number 2. I'm putting him at number 2. Who's next? The Steelers or Saints? The Steelers, Deontay Johnson. Where art'st thouest? Deontay Johnson, well, there you are, number 3. Alright. Who do we get next? Who will we get next? The Texans. Brandon Cooks. Oh my gosh. This time we start with 3 really good players. The exact opposite we got the first time, where we got 3 bad players right off the bat with the quarterbacks. Where am I going? Brandon Cooks. Yeah, Brandon Cooks. That's what I want. It's Brandon Cooks. Where's Brandon Cooks? Number 13, Texans jersey. Did he seriously just not come up anywhere? I'm not gonna let this slide. We got Jesse, Corey Davis, Antoine, Marquez Callaway. Got Dante Pettis. Now where is Brandon Cooks? What in the where's Brandon Cooks? Is there even a Texans in here? Let's turn my phone to the side so we get more area. He's either literally not in here, or he's gonna pop up out of nowhere. And I'll think, how did I not see him earlier? For real though, where is he? I need to know. Where in the heck is he? If I do not find him this time, then we'll have to put in a substitute. You kidding? There aren't even any Texans in here. How are there not any Texans in here? No, whatever. This is the next closest thing. Brandon Cooks, you are going in at, I'm going to say number 1. I will put you at number 1, hoping that we do not get any good plays after this. And the next player we get is the Cardinals. D-Hop. Are you, wow. So out of nowhere, we get a really good player. Out of actually nowhere. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this. Do this again, because this is awful already. Our last guy, Keenan Allen. Wow. Keenan frickin' Allen. We're running this back. That was so bad. This is an awful tier list. Alright, let's do this again. Hopefully we actually get a good one. We have to end it on a good list. First one we get is Bills, Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs, I'm going to put at, where is he? There he is. Stephon Diggs, I'm putting at the 2 spot because I'm out of hoping that we will find someone who is better than him. Let's go. Cardinals, DeAndre Hopkins. You know, I'm not doing him again. I'm not gonna do him again. Alan Lazard. Wow. Where is Alan Lazard? Probably not in you, considering Brandon Cooks isn't even in here. But you got Devontae Adams, you got Randall Cobb, you had Marquez Valdes-Scantling, got freaking Braxton Berrios. Alan Lazard, there he is. Alan Lazard. There are some players worse than him, but he is almost as bad as it gets. Who will we get next? Raiders. Okay, Hunter Renfrow. Not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad. It could have been worse. Number 3, that's a pretty good spot for him. Now give me either a god or an actual trash can. Like Devin Duvernay. Or Rashad Bateman, whoever you prefer. They're both worse than Alan Lazard, no doubt about it. Now where's Devin Duvernay? There's Marquise Brown, but he's on the Cardinals now, so I'm not counting him. Gotta go either Devin Duvernay, number 12. I don't know who that is. I think that's Devin. No, I think that's Rashad Bateman, but close enough still. They're both trash. Now, give me an amazing player here. A player like Michael. No. I'm not even gonna finish that. That was actual dog poop. Wow. Alright, that's gonna be it for the video. Don't subscribe, don't like, don't hit that bell, don't comment, don't like, don't subscribe, don't comment, don't hit the bell, don't comment the videos you want to see. This was so bad. I'm just